you've had sex with her against her will too. Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
What do you call that? And how many times do you think you raped her?
It might not have been after the first time. I don't know if it was under her or after against her will. Or if she was just going with it.
Well, my guess is she wasn't just going with it.
911, what is the address to your emergency?
4th Street Laundromat.
What is it?
4th Street Laundromat.
What's the problem?
I've been abducted.
Who abducted you?
Shawn Grate.
You said John Green?
Shawn Grate.
Where's she at now?
Asleep.
Where's she sleeping at?
In the bedroom.
At 6 a.m. on September 13, 2016, a woman in Ashland, Ohio, quietly called 911 from inside an abandoned house. She was not supposed to have access to a phone. She was not supposed to be awake, and the man she said had held her there was sleeping only a few feet away.
You don't know what color the house is?
No. Please hurry.
Does he have a car?
No. Well, he sit down the street.
So what's your phone number you're calling me from?
I don't know.
And you think it's a yellow house?
I think so, but it's on the left.
It's an apartment?
No, it's a house.
Okay, does he own the house?
No, he broke into.
Does anybody actually live there?
I think they've been abandoned.
The woman, later referred to as Jane Doe, told the dispatcher she had been kidnapped, tied up, and assaulted inside the house.
Is there any way you can get out of the building?
I don't know without waking him, and I'm scared.
Is there a bathroom in the house?
Well, his bedroom is closed, and he made it so it would make noise.
And if you told me you had to go to the bathroom, he would do something to you?
Yeah, because he had me tied up.
Are you tied up now?
Well, yeah, but I kind of freed myself.
Is he in the same room with you?
Yes.
Is it his phone you have?
Yes. Are they on the way?
Yeah, we have officers we're sending.
Please send them up.
Officers rushed to the area, but the address was unclear. For several minutes, Jane had to stay silent, guide the police toward her location, and avoid waking the man in the next room.
Do you know where he lives?
No. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I woke him up.
Just set the phone down.
The phone line went quiet for a couple of minutes. Jane knew that if her captor caught her calling the police, she would not survive until help arrived.
The door to the house open?
I don't know, probably. I don't think he has a key, I'm not sure. Because I think he broke in here.
Can you see out any window that you're at?
They're all curtains shut.
If you think you can get out, you need to get out.
Not unless they were right here. He would hear me, catch me, and he's strong.
When they finally arrived outside, Jane was able to move towards the main door. After making sure the traumatized woman is safe, the officers broke into the house.
Where is he?
Bedroom sleeping.
Still sleeping?
Yeah.
Okay, they have her.
He's unarmed.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
In the abandoned house, they did not just find Shawn Grate. They found the beginning of a case that would expose a disturbing pattern investigators had not yet understood. By the morning of September 13, 2016, police in Ashland, Ohio, believed they were dealing with a single case, an abduction and assault involving Jane Doe. Inside the abandoned house, they found 40-year-old Shawn Grate lying face down on a bed, surrounded by trash and signs that the place had been occupied unofficially for some time. At that point, nothing suggested how far this case would go, but within hours, the investigation began shifting from one victim to something much broader. When Shawn was brought into the interrogation room later that same day, investigators focused on one simple task: getting him to talk. While the interrogator was yet to enter the room, Shawn likely knew everything was being recorded, as he appeared anxious at first. He kept his head down, with minimal movement. Not long after, the officer entered the room.
David Lay, you are Shawn Grate.
The officer wanted to appear non-threatening and approachable. He already knew his name, but asking for it was a sign of respect and a way to gain his trust.
You go by a different name? What's your proper name? Is it Shawn? Is your proper name?
But the conversation can't remain pleasant, as the interrogator's primary motive was to question him about abduction and a possible assault.
Well, listen, man, we need to talk about things that happened this morning, because she's pretty shook up, yeah. So, you tell me, where do you want to start? I mean, how'd you meet her?
The officer first asked the broader question, to which Shawn could answer in multiple ways. But this is where the suspect can slip up and create inconsistencies with what the investigators have already found. He was asked how he came to live in the house where he was found.
I'm not too sure.
So you just, like, squatting in there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I appreciate your honesty, okay? This is kind of the steps that we need to take here. You know, you're being honest with me now.
Yeah.
Keep up the honesty and everything's going to go all right, okay?
The officer's tone remained calm and non-threatening, letting the suspect believe it would be beneficial for him.
You tell me about how you met.
Crop center.
How long ago?
About 2 months ago.
Okay. What were you doing there to meet her?
They do serve lunch every day, Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I met her there.
Jane Doe had met Shawn around late July 2016 at the Croc Center, a Salvation Army community facility in Ashland. They spent time together casually on lunches, walks, and tennis. She reportedly saw him as harmless, even describing him as someone like an older brother. But she set clear boundaries that Shawn was not allowed to cross. She refused to exchange phone numbers or to allow him into her apartment, and she made it clear she was not interested in anything beyond friendship. He, however, saw something different. During the investigation, Shawn was desperately trying to make the officer believe that they were a couple, thinking it might help him avoid a bigger sentence.
She's in doubt about marrying me, pretty much.
Okay, but how long have you been with her? Like, today, how long has she been in that house with you?
24 hours.
Okay. Where did you meet her to bring her back to the house?
On September 11, 2016, Jane agreed to visit Shawn after he told her he had clothes for her. According to her account, once inside the abandoned house, his behavior changed immediately. He took away her belongings, blocked her from leaving, and told her she was not going anywhere. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, she was restrained, monitored, and controlled inside the house. Initially, Shawn claimed Jane was there with him for 24 hours, but Jane's statement pointed in the opposite direction. During questioning, Shawn admitted that Jane had been inside the house since Sunday evening, which placed her there for more than a full day before the 911 call on Tuesday morning.
We're talking over 24 hours under you've been with her, right?
Evening. Yeah, times since I've been asleep.
So you've been with her since Sunday evening?
Yes, Sunday evening.
Okay. Can you tie down a time when you guys got together?
6 o'clock probably in the evening.
Okay. Go straight to the apartment. She's saying you tied her down to a bed. I mean, what's the deal with all the straps on the mattresses?
The officer was doing a good job of asking the leading question without breaking the connection with the suspect, which eventually got him to partially admit to his crime. At this point, Shawn has realized there is no use in stalling. He slowly began to recount his own crimes to the officer sitting before him.
It looks like you might have hit her a couple times.
I did, because I lost control. I do.
Well, let's explore that.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Why did you lose control?
He acknowledged tying her down and having unconsented intercourse against her will. She didn't want to marry or have any relationship with him, so he used force when she resisted.
You've had sex with her against her will too. Yes or no?
yes, I did.
What do you call that? And how many times do you think you raped her?
It might not have been after the first time. I don't know if it was under her or after against her will, or if she was just going with it.
Well, my guess is she wasn't just going with it.
As the interrogation continued on September 13 to 14, 2016, detectives began working backward: timeline, intent, and behavior. Shawn admitted to bringing Jane to the house under false pretenses. As for the motive, he mentioned marriage and jealousy from a man from her past named Daniel. Till now, the investigators were ready to charge Shawn with intrusion, abduction, unconsented intercourse, and use of force against a victim. But for the interrogation team, the case has been from over as new horrifying details emerged. Then a new name entered the conversation: Elizabeth Griffith. Elizabeth, a 29-year-old woman, had been missing since mid-August 2016, just weeks before Jane's rescue. She had also spent time around the same community spaces as Shawn. When asked about her, he didn't give a clear answer.
Now, the patrol guys are saying you know an Elizabeth?
Elizabeth. Met her one time outside. I guess I did. Well, I talked to a few people out there, but that was just like a moment. Played some badminton. I was playing badminton, and Elizabeth come outside, talk to us.
Describe Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, she had like blonde hair, big blonde hair, big girl.
Okay. Do you know her last name?
No.
Griffith? Sound familiar?
At the time of that interview, police had not yet fully searched the abandoned house. But soon after, they obtained a search warrant. Inside that same house in Ashland, they found Elizabeth Griffith's body, concealed in a closet. In a chilling revelation, he said things like he had helped her find peace. That was the moment investigators realized this case might involve more than one victim.
She jumped to cry no more.
How'd you set her free?
She jumped on my back.
What happened?
She kept crying to me.
What began as a single rescue had now turned into a homicide investigation, and it wasn't over yet. Over the next 48 hours, during continued questioning between September 13-15, 2016, Shawn began confessing to more crimes. First, Candace Cunningham, killed June 2016, her body left in the woods near Ashland. Then, Stacy Stanley, killed on September 8, 2016, just days before Jane's rescue, her body found in the basement of the same house. Then, a cold case, Dana Nicole Lowry, dating back to 2007, whose remains had never been connected to him until now. And then, Rebecca Lacey, killed in early 2015, whose death had originally been ruled an overdose. Each case followed a similar pattern. By the end of the investigation, Shawn Grate had confessed to 5 murders, all connected to Ashland, Ohio, and the surrounding areas. The timeline stretched from 2007 to September 2016. His victims were often vulnerable individuals, isolated, struggling, or overlooked. And for years, those cases remained disconnected, until one moment changed everything. That call didn't just save Jane Doe, it exposed a pattern that had gone unnoticed for nearly a decade. In February 2021, Shawn Grate was sentenced to death. The conviction was later upheld by the Ohio Supreme Court. But the case still leaves one question behind: how many of these crimes would have remained hidden if that call had never been made?